Alright, so 9 questions, get to know me. I got tagged from I Kill Pretty Things, and I'm driving wifey's car. She's like, can you drive my car today? Sure. And now I know why. Oh dang, I need to do some manscaping. Hey, my wife didn't marry me because of my looks, okay? She married me because I have a big heart, okay? Alright, so quick story. Last time I drove my wife's car, I went to Wawa. I pulled up right in front of Wawa. So I got out. First thing the cashier said to me was, "Nice mask." I'm like, what are you talking about? It's the same as everyone else's, right? So I'm like, what's this bitch talking about? So she's like, not that mask. So she was like, not that mask, that mask. So she pointed to the headrest where the mask was at on the passenger side, and she's like, yeah, it creeped out everyone in here. I'm like, oh. So then I left Wawa. It was nighttime. My headlights were off. I turned them on. The way the Wawa was set up, it was like a an intersection. And so it was a red light. So before I got to the red light, I turned on my headlights, and officer out of nowhere, I guess he saw me, and I guess I looked shady since my lights were off. And the way that the lighting was hitting, I think I had this opened up, so one of the lights, the street lights, was coming inside. You could probably see the mask from far away. So I guess I look suspicious, right? Anyway, he pulls me over a little bit later. Turns out my registration expired. No big deal. I pulled down my window. The very first thing he says, "Nice mask." I'm like, oh crap. So that hurt. But I'm like, oh crap. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, it's creepy. I'm like, yeah, my wife. So, but that was it. Anyway, today we're having a birthday party. You want to come? I'll take you with me. So, I gotta warn you though, our parties we're not as classy as some of you folk. We're not classy like that. We keep it ghetto, you know. We don't follow the rules, so you'll see. I'll show you a little bit of it. So, hope you enjoy it. So, 9 questions. Let's go. Alright, so in her video, I Kill Pretty Things was doing a little something. So, I'm gonna do a little something. It's sugar, people, right? It's sugar. Anyway, 9 questions. Alright, so I'll start off with naming the 3 people that I'm tagging. Food Fusion, Around the World. Brother, your channel is about cooking. And for you, the questions will be a little bit different. Unless you do garden, and I don't know. But I'll tell you your questions in a little bit. So Food Fusion, Around the World. That's you. You're the first one. This is my butchered up map. I butchered Alaska. I butchered Canada. I butchered everything. Anyway, you're the first one. Second one, let's see. The second one is Life in Florida. That's you, girl. You're the second one. Third one is my man Jerry Odell. So you're the second one. Here is my drawing of a truck. And from what I've seen in your videos, you're somewhere around this area, but I might be wrong. Hey. Anyway, Jerry, you're the third one. Life in Florida, you're the second one. And Food Fusion, you're the third one. My cat and my dog are chasing each other again. Anyway, those are the three. Alright, so those are the three. Food Fusion around the world. That's it, what his channel is called. Life in Florida, Jerry Odell. So Food Fusion, for you the questions are, I believe your videos here in Chicago, right? Anyway, the questions for you are, what was your favorite meal growing up? Second question, where did you make your first meal? Third question, who taught you to cook? Fourth question, why do you cook? Fifth question, when did you decide to cook or to be a cook? Sixth question, how do you decide what to cook? Like what days do you decide you're cooking? Do you have a certain like schedule or certain day, I guess? Seventh question, which meals bring you the most joy? So which meals do you enjoy making the most? Eighth question, what cooking tools, utensils, what cooking things do you need to, what cooking things you can't live without? Ninth question, what are your favorite ingredients to use in meals or different recipes? So those are your 9 questions. All right, sorry guys, I've been running around. I'm gonna go shower. I'm gonna go to the party real quick. Hey, check out my shirt real quick. I don't know if you can see it. Faith over fear. I like this shirt. The other thing I like to say is action over panic. It could be a life-changing decision. So anyway, first question. Did you have a garden growing up? Miss Milkshake, this is for you. My wife got me this. Starbucks.
Did you have a garden growing up? Honestly, I can't remember.
From the age of 6 to 10, I was a pretty spoiled kid. I had video games. I loved watching anime. Every afternoon after school, it was basically religion, watching anime. So I pro wrestling, stuff like that. So I can't remember. The only reason why I would be outside was soccer. I was a beast. My mother would take me to my soccer games, and she loved it. My dad would get mad or embarrassed because my mother would be like the loudest one. Like I said, I was a beast. I was pretty good, and I almost want to tear up a little bit because looking back at those days, you know, it's pretty special knowing your mother would support you. She was a hard worker. But first question, I must say no. I think we were too poor. The earliest I can remember her planting like tomatoes, stuff like that, was 8, 9 years old. And then at like 10 years old, she had like annual stuff like that. That's all I can remember on having a garden. So I was a pretty spoiled kid when I was that age. Around that age, I always felt a little bit different compared to my other friends. Like I've always loved nature, which is like the reason why I love gardening. I loved watching nature documentaries, history, astronomy. I love looking at the stars, even though I don't know much about it. And my daughter's name, who will soon be 7 years old, her name is Centauri, because of Alpha Centauri. If you don't know what Alpha Centauri is, that's the closest star group to our galaxy. So that's why I named her Centauri. Another question was, who taught you how to garden? No one taught me how to garden. I taught myself.
when me and my wife got our first rental. It was a single wide trailer. We rented it from a friend. And that mobile home right now, my brother is renting. So anyway.
That was, I don't know, 6 years ago. Almost 7 years ago. Wow. Like 6 years ago.
6.5 years ago. Anyway, there was a lot of trees, so a lot of shade. That very first summer, I bought like annual stuff like that. I didn't know what I was doing. I basically bought plants that needed sun. I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know what I was buying. So then eventually they all died, and they never came back because I didn't know the difference between annual and perennial. I didn't bother to look it up. I knew nothing about gardening, so I told myself. But yeah, I told myself. I'm making these two answers really long, I'm sorry, but blame Mrs. Milkshake. She's the one that tagged me, so blame her. But I'm gonna say no for that. Second question, I told myself I'm gonna go shower, I'm gonna take you guys to the party, and tomorrow I will finish, well, for you guys a few seconds, but tomorrow I will finish the video. My mother-in-law taught me a thing or two about bulbs, flowers. She loves flowers. Me, I'm a shrub guy. I like shrubs, flowering shrubs. But I just wanted to add that my mother-in-law taught me a few things about flowers. Don't tell my wife, but
Every girl from the head, I would, talk to them late at night and just make them feel special, right? I was a little playboy. I just talk to them about stars, hey, you're the brightest one up there, all that fluff.
my wife is gonna kill me, so you better give me a like. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap it up, answer the rest of the questions with these before, during, and after pictures of our house, in case you haven't seen it. So, question 4, why do you garden? I answer that. I simply enjoy it. And question 5, when did you plant your current garden? This is my current garden, planted 2020. This is what our house looked like when we first bought it. Question 6, how do you decide what you are going to grow? The landscape, the layout, the plants, I chose them because as soon as we saw this house, we jumped on it, we got it. We got a great deal on it, so I'm pretty confident we can sell it, we can flip it. And the reason why I chose these shrubs is because even if we can't flip it for what we want, right? Like I'm gonna sell it for $2 million. Anyway, I chose these shrubs because even if we can't sell it, then I can at least enjoy it. I want it to look my way. And if we do sell it and the next homeowner isn't a big time gardener, then they can at least have something they can enjoy year round. And I left a lot of extra space so they can put their personal touch. So I've been thinking about the possible homeowners looking to buy this place. 3 people. Someone that wants to retire, a first-time homeowner, or someone that simply wants to enjoy a nice house because we enjoy our house. Nice and comfy, it's nice and quiet, and you can't beat no mortgage, right? So, while gardening tools you can't live without, definitely my edger. Until they make a gas or electric edger that cuts nice and sharp, then I'll stick to my edger. Which plants, flowers brought you the most joy? Right here I planted crepe myrtle. I'm looking forward to seeing it bloom. And what does your dream garden look like? Back here I'm thinking of maybe putting in a pergola. Not sure, we'll see. And if not, then maybe if we can sell our house, do it all over again. And I answered all the questions, so I'll just rant for the rest of the video. I was doing some of the work at night. My brother helped me with some of the heavy lifting. I did 95% of the work myself. Anyway, neighbors probably thought I was crazy when they saw me at night, but not so crazy now, boy. Anyway, that's it. Sorry my video is so long. See ya.